Saturday afternoon, and I thought I would shoot a video on how to make some greeting cards. I don't have a tripod, so we're going to see how this works, and if it's really bad, I guess I will be investing in a tripod so I can do a better job in the future and do more of these videos if you like them. So anyway, let me turn this around and show you what I'm going to be doing. I have two cards that I'm going to be making. I have this one over here, which is a blue card with a piece of tan, creamish colored cardstock, and then the dark blue envelope. And this is going to be a Father's Day card for my stepdad. I'm going to use this peacock feather stamp here. I don't know if you can see that very well. Yeah, it's kind of got some shiny on it, but I use the peacock stamp there, and I might use these are like little foam sticker things that have sticky on both sides. You stick it to the back of the card, and then you stick it to the back of the back of this and the back of this, so it kind of raises it up and gives it like your card a little bit of dimension, so it's not completely flat. So I might be doing that, and then I'm going to be using some purple ink with which to stamp with, and I'm debating and haven't quite decided yet, because sometimes I don't make these decisions until I'm, in the creative process of actually making it, but I have some silvery, like, teal-colored embossing powder, which I might use to add some more, like, dimension and texture to the card and the stamp. Because peacock feathers tend to have purples, blues, greens, with a little bit of gold in them. So I may do that. Not 100% sure yet. But yeah, I'm going to try and do this. I might have to stamp and then shoot and show you what I've done rather than hold it up and talk as I work. But yeah, and then my second card is going to be this card, which is going to be a thank you card from my aunt and uncle, who helped me out when my car broke down when I was on my trip to California. And this is like a really pretty, like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's got like glitter all over it, like sparkles. You can kind of tell right there that it does. And I thought that was really pretty. And then I have this piece of vellum, which I had a bunch of vellum overlays left over from my wedding invitations, because I made my own wedding invitation. So I kept the leftovers because, waste not, want not. And when you're a crafter, I mean, you find uses and you make use for things. So I like this vellum, and then I was going to use these stamps here, these little dancing mice that are dancing on the flowers. I thought they were really, really cute, and so I'm going to do that. And then I have this, this is a embossing stamp pad, so it keeps the stamp like wet a little bit longer, which allows you to put the embossing powder on it so that it'll stay. Because usually when you use regular ink pads like this one, it dries like instantaneously. So it's harder to use these regular ink pads to emboss with. It can be done, you just have to be really, really fast if you do it, but this one gives you like a little bit more time to work with it. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to do silver, because I thought it'd be pretty to do like silvery gray colored mice. And then I will use some of my markers over here to color in the bits and bobbles on them to help bring them to life. And then I might, like I said, I sometimes don't decide till the very end, like if it needs something else. I might either put some washi tape on the top, or I might punch some holes and like maybe run some ribbon through it and do like a bow on the top or something like that. And then I'm just going to write on the back as part of the card. And then I will be making an envelope for those to go into. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and start working on, I'm going to work on the Father's Day card first. That's got to come out first, because Father's Day is right around the corner. And if I don't do it now, I won't find the time to get to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this and get this ready, and then I will be right back. Hey everybody, so I have that stamped down, and I'm going to emboss it. And what I'm using to emboss it right here is what they call a Versamark. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a Versamark watermark pen. And basically what it does is it's clear, and it just adds a little bit of wetness wherever you want it, so you can do more detailed work on your stamps or your cards. So you can just add embossing right exactly where you want it. So I'm just going to kind of come through here, through some of the pieces of where the feathers are, and kind of just do like a little bit of like wet embossing, just a tiny little bit. It's like I don't really need a lot or want a lot. And there's two different tips to the pen. There's like more of like a fine tip, and there's more like a larger tip. So you can, you know, kind of just choose which kinds that you'd like to use. So it's pretty versatile. Now, you can't take forever with this, but you can take a little bit of time. And I don't know if you can really tell where I'm putting these marks here, but yeah, I'm trying really hard to do this one-handed, but it's not super duper easy. So sorry if everything's like all over the place. It's kind of like a little test video to see how easy this is going to be, because I don't think it's going to be very easy at all, but we shall see. Okay, so I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to just pour some little tiny bits of embossing powder on the areas that I've kind of, you know, used the marker on. Okay, so I just need to recap this so it doesn't dry out. Okay, so as you can see, I've got like a paper towel here, and you can use either a piece of paper, paper towel, wax paper, tin foil, paper plate, whatever. Just something that's easy to like kind of fold up. Because what you're going to do is you're just kind of go like this and tap it down, and I'm just trying to blow off any excess that might be there and kind of like soften it up just a little bit with my finger. Not brush it all off, but just kind of, you know, move it around a little bit until I get the desired effect. And I just blew it all over my desk. Great. So the whole point of this is to basically be able to pour it back into your jar. Yeah, like so. Obviously, I blew it all over my desk because I'm not paying attention. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on that before I blow that whole thing open. Hold on a sec. There we go. Alrighty. So, like I said, I'm just going to kind of come in here with my finger and continue to blow a little bit till I kind of get the desired effect. I just want like a little bit of green color in here. Okay. And then when you're done with the way you like it or the way that you want it, I basically have what is called a heat gun. Now, you possibly could use a hair dryer. I think it might get hot enough. So if you don't want to go out and buy one of these, I think this is like $10, $15 maybe. So, I mean, if you're not going to be making cards that often or you don't think you'll use it that often, then by all means try using, you know, a hair dryer. The point is it just needs to get really, really hot because you're going to basically be melting the powder, which gives it that nice textured finish. And you're going to kind of hold it somewhat close until you start to see the pieces start to melt. Yeah, like that. I'll show you the finished product here in a minute. Okay. I'm just turn that off and just be careful because that thing is really hot. It will burn, it will melt. Anything's plastic that it touches, so just be careful. And oh, yeah, that's still hot. So basically, I just embossed a little bit on the feathers to kind of give it a little bit more of a look. And I'm not sure I really like that all that much, but yeah. You know what? I don't like it. Sometimes you make things and you experiment with things and you're just like, yeah, no, that's not going to work. So I tried it. I don't like it, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to just restamp another piece and go back to that. So one moment. Okay guys, so this is the finished product. It's very simple, but I think it's really pretty and elegant, especially when it pops right off that blue color. As you can see, it's raised just a slight little bit due to the little puffy foam sticker things on the back. The gold leafing with the blue looks very pretty, and then with the dark blue envelope, I think will be just perfect for my stepdad for Father's Day. So that's the first card. Now we're going to start working on the second card. And first, we will need to get this here, let's see, maybe that side, okay. This here, William, and then we're going to take this stamp here, and I'm going to watermark it and emboss it. So I'm going to go ahead and take us to that point, and then I will heat gun it and show you guys what it looks like. Hopefully this will be a better example of embossing than the previous example, because the previous example just did not look right. Okay guys, so here is the watermark, the VersaPad, and this is the embossing. And so I'm just going to take the heat gun, which I showed you before, this thing right here. I'm just going to turn it on. Alrighty, I'm going to pick it up and go for it. I don't know if you can see that happening, but it looks great. And there we go, all done. It takes a minute, and I don't know if you can see that super good, but there they are. They're all silvery. That's probably a little bit better because you can kind of see their outlines a little bit, but you can see how shiny that is and how silvery. And then, now that I've got that done, the only thing I hate about sometimes the heat gun is it makes the paper kind of stick up. But since we're going to be sticking it down with clear sticky tape or glue, it's probably not going to matter a whole lot. Now I'm just going to pick out some markers that I have up here. Let's see here. To kind of just, either fill in the color of the mice or dot some around the flowers, things like that. So, yeah, I will do that and I will come back and show you what I've done. Okay guys, so I've colored this in with these are Copic markers. Copic sketch markers from Japan. A lot of people use these markers for their art, like manga, anime drawing, things like that, and it's like an alcohol based, I believe, so you can layer colors and do shading and all kinds of different things with these. I just use these for my card making. They're kind of pricey. They're about $6, $7 a piece, so I don't have very many, but I did buy a few of the colors I thought I would use the most. And that's what I used on this. I took a light gray color and kind of colored in all the mice slightly. I don't know if you can really tell through this, but it's very see-through. It just did a sheer wash of color on these mice to make them look a little bit more alive, I guess, or to define them so you could actually see the features a little bit better. It was a warm gray color, so it's still a gray color, but it's just not a cool one like a silver, which adds the contrast, I think. And then I just went through where all the little flowers are in between the mice and just colored a few of them in with some various colors like blues, pinks, yellows, purples, and light blues. Although I can't really tell where the light blue ones are on this because it's very, very, very light. So yeah, just some little pops of color for that. And then I'm going to basically put that on this. I think what I'm going to do is punch some holes at the top and do some ribbon through it. And then, yeah, that will be the card. That'll be the finished thank you card. And I will show you what it looks like when it's done on its background. And, yeah. All right, catch up with you in a minute. Okay, everybody. I just punched a couple holes, which you can kind of see from the back. And I had this chocolatey brown ribbon, which I thought looked really pretty against the teal with the glitter and everything. And I just used a little bit of my sticky tape. This is just a little tape roller. You just kind of push it along and it just leaves a little bit of double-sided sticky tape. So it's flat and it lays nicely and you can't really tell that there's tape, just to kind of make sure that it stays in place and doesn't really move a whole lot. And so this is going to be the thank you card. I'm just going to write on the back my little message and then I'm going to nail it off. I hope that you have enjoyed watching me make cards and that maybe this has given you a little bit of inspiration of things you can do. Making your cards from scratch doesn't really cost a lot, really. I mean, You can do art if you're really good at drawing. You can embroider on your cards, and if you're interested in that, I can teach you how. You can use stickers, just anything you want to get creative, because it's always nice, I think, when you're to make something homemade for somebody. It gives it more of a personal touch, a nicer touch, and just, I don't know, it tells the person that you took the time to think about them and to care about them. Not that buying a card doesn't. I mean, I realize not everybody has the time to, but when you can, and if you can, make homemade. Homemade is really cool and fun. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a beautiful weekend and week ahead, and we will chat at you later. Bye.